The room is quiet for a moment, and in that quiet, I want to share something gentle, yet deeply important with you. Please take a slow breath with me, because what I'm about to say might surprise you. For many years, the message around health has been very clear. Get tested, check everything, catch problems early, never miss a screening. And while that idea sounds wise, and often is wise, there is another side to the story that many people rarely talk about, especially for men who have already lived 6, 7, or even 8 decades of life. So today I want to share a different perspective, a calmer, more thoughtful way of thinking about health as we grow older. Not with fear, not with pressure, but with wisdom, balance, and respect for the incredible body that has carried you this far. Because sometimes the healthiest decision is not always doing more. Sometimes it's understanding what truly matters. And that understanding begins with something many people have never heard of before, a quiet chain reaction that can begin with just one small medical test. Some doctors call it the cascade effect. It begins very simply. You go to a clinic for a routine check. Maybe you feel fine, maybe you simply want reassurance. A test is suggested, perhaps a scan, a blood test, or another screening. You agree. After all, being careful with your health sounds like the responsible thing to do. A few days later, the results arrive. Most things look normal, but there is a small note in the report, a tiny shadow, a slightly unusual number, a small spot that should probably be monitored. Now nothing is certain. The report does not say something is wrong, but it also doesn't say everything is perfectly clear. So the next step begins, another test, maybe a specialist visit, perhaps a more detailed scan. Weeks pass, then months. And during that time, something quietly changes inside you. Where you once felt perfectly healthy, now there is uncertainty. Where you once walked through life with confidence, now there is worry. And in many situations, after all those tests and appointments, the final answer arrives. It turns out that the original finding was harmless. It had likely been there for years. It might have stayed there for many more without ever causing a problem. But the journey to discover that truth brought stress, procedures, costs, and sometimes risks along the way. This doesn't mean medical testing is bad, not at all. Modern medicine has saved countless lives. Screenings can be powerful tools when used thoughtfully and at the right time. But wisdom grows with age, and one of the most powerful forms of wisdom is knowing when something is helpful and when it may not add much value. As men grow older, the body naturally develops small changes, little marks of time. Just as the outside of the body may develop wrinkles or gray hair, the inside of the body develops its own quiet signs of aging. And many modern tests are so sensitive, so incredibly detailed, that they detect nearly everything, even things that were never destined to cause trouble. This is why some health experts encourage a more balanced approach to testing later in life, not avoiding care, but focusing on what truly improves quality of life. Instead of chasing every tiny abnormality, the focus shifts toward how the body actually feels and functions. For example, can you walk comfortably each day? Can you climb a flight of stairs without feeling unusually breathless? Do you sleep well most nights? Do you enjoy meals and maintain a steady appetite? Are you able to spend time with family, laugh with friends, and move through your day with energy? These simple questions often reveal more about a person's well-being than a long list of scans and numbers. Because health is not just something found on a report. Health is something you experience. It is the ability to rise in the morning and greet the day. It is the strength to carry groceries. It is the joy of playing with grandchildren. It is the calm satisfaction of walking outside on a sunny afternoon. Those are the true measurements of vitality. And many doctors today are encouraging older adults to place more attention on those real-world signs of wellness. Now, let's talk gently about another concern that often appears as people grow older, memory. Almost everyone notices small moments of forgetfulness with age, walking into a room and wondering why you came in, forgetting the name of a movie actor, misplacing your glasses for a moment before finding them again. These experiences can feel unsettling at first, but in many cases, they are simply normal changes that come with a lifetime of accumulated memories. The human brain stores decades of information, names, places, conversations, stories, experiences. It is natural for retrieval to become slightly slower over time, like a vast library that has grown beautifully full. Sometimes the book you want is still there. It simply takes a moment longer to find the right shelf. What truly matters is how the mind functions in everyday life. Can you follow conversations, enjoy reading, manage daily tasks, stay curious about the world? If those abilities remain strong, then the brain is likely doing exactly what it was designed to do. Staying mentally active is one of the most wonderful ways to support brain vitality. Reading books, solving puzzles, learning new skills, talking with friends, sharing stories with family, even simple daily walks can nourish the brain by increasing circulation and bringing fresh oxygen to the mind. The brain thrives on engagement, on curiosity, on connection, and these are things that remain available at every age. Another important area many men think about as the years pass is heart health. The heart is a remarkable organ. It has been beating faithfully since the very first moments of life. Millions upon millions of steady rhythms, carrying oxygen, delivering nutrients, supporting every cell of the body. Protecting that rhythm does not always require complicated testing. Often, the most powerful signals come from daily life. How easily can you move through your day? Do you feel comfortable walking at a brisk pace? Do your usual activities feel natural and manageable? These real-world experiences offer valuable information about how the heart is performing. And of course, maintaining heart wellness often returns to the same timeless habits that have supported human health for generations. Balanced meals filled with colorful vegetables and whole foods, regular physical movement, adequate rest, meaningful relationships. These simple foundations remain some of the most powerful tools for supporting the heart. No machines required. And then there is another topic many people wonder about as the decades pass: digestive health. The digestive system works quietly in the background of daily life, breaking down food, absorbing nutrients, supporting energy and immunity. One of the most valuable gifts you can give this system is nourishment from natural foods. Fiber-rich meals can help support the natural rhythm of digestion. Fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains. These foods nourish beneficial gut bacteria that play a role in many aspects of health. In fact, scientists continue to discover just how deeply the digestive system influences the rest of the body, from immunity to mood to overall vitality. The amazing truth is that many of the most effective wellness strategies are surprisingly simple. Eat thoughtfully, move regularly, sleep deeply, stay socially connected, keep the mind engaged, and perhaps most importantly, maintain a sense of purpose, because purpose has a powerful effect on longevity. Men who wake up each morning with something to look forward to often experience remarkable resilience. A hobby, a garden, a community group, time with grandchildren, creative projects, learning new things. Life remains full of possibilities, even after retirement, even after 70, even after 80. In fact, some of the most meaningful chapters of life begin during these later decades. There is a certain freedom that comes with experience, a quiet confidence that grows from years of learning and adapting. You understand what matters, you recognize what can be let go, you appreciate moments more deeply, and in many ways, that wisdom is one of the greatest assets a person can carry into later life. Health, after all, is not merely the absence of illness. Health is the presence of vitality. It is the ability to engage with life, to remain curious, to remain connected, to remain hopeful. And that kind of health cannot be fully measured by machines. It is lived, felt, experienced, day by day, which is why thoughtful conversations with healthcare professionals can be so valuable. Rather than automatically agreeing to every test, many people find it helpful to ask gentle questions. What is the purpose of this test? How might the results change my care? Are there other ways to monitor my health? These kinds of questions open the door to shared decision-making, a partnership, one where your values and goals remain at the center of every decision. Because at the end of the day, your life belongs to you, your time, your comfort, your peace of mind. Those things deserve protection. And as medicine continues to advance, one of the most powerful skills any patient can develop is the ability to choose thoughtfully, not out of fear, not out of pressure, but out of understanding. Because true healthcare is not about doing everything possible. It is about doing what truly helps and letting go of what does not. So if there is one gentle message to carry with you today, let it be this: your health is more than a collection of tests. It is the rhythm of your daily life, the strength in your legs when you stand up, the clarity in your mind during conversation, the laughter you share with loved ones, the quiet satisfaction of a peaceful evening. Those moments, those abilities, those connections, they are the real treasures of well-being. So care for your body, respect its signals, stay active, stay curious, stay connected, and remember, growing older does not mean growing weaker. In many ways, it means growing wiser. wiser about what deserves attention and what can be released, wiser about what nourishes the spirit and what simply creates unnecessary noise. Your years have given you insight that no textbook can teach. Trust that wisdom, honor your body, and continue living each day with dignity, strength, and quiet confidence, because the goal of health is not simply to add years to life, it is to add life to the years you already have, and there is still so much life waiting ahead.